Episode 27. The presidential candidate of Amiga Continent is in danger. The internal command system of the seashell sounded an alarm. What happened? Asked an UI Guangwu who returned to the command center. I saw that the presidential candidate of Amiga Continent, former President Di, was shot during his speech, said Bi Daoji Guang. When? Asked an An Songzu, who had just returned. I didn't see it, but I remember the scene clearly. This is a major event that will change the direction and pattern of the world. There is still more than a month before the election, and we must set off as soon as possible. And An Songzu said, this matter is a bit troublesome, said MUIE Guangwu. We don't know the background of the incident and the mastermind behind it. We'd better sneak into Amiga Continent and monitor it secretly. I agree. Sarikare Jayora. The next morning, the spacecraft activated the stealth mode and entered Amiga Continent, monitoring every campaign speech of former President Peter in public. What I saw seems to be this place. That day, Hidejayora said to MUIE Guangwu and others, Level 1 alert. The spacecraft hovers above the president. MUIE Guangwu instruct. Suddenly, from the clouds, a strong man wearing a black cloak, holding a black iron sword, and wearing a black iron mask on his face, and a man with a golden body and gold armor, holding a golden sword, and shining with golden light, rushed over while fighting. Are there really gods and demons in the world? Or am I seeing a illusion? Enemion Askitaru Jiguang. Whatever it is, it's a good time to try the power of the original force. UI Guangwu said. Let's see what happens first. Kitara Jiguang reminded. Below, a man carrying a rifle climbed to the top of a building more than 100 meters away from Peter, who was giving a speech, set up a sniper rifle, and began to aim. The golden man was trying to get closer to the scene, but was blocked by the strong man with the black mask. Kitara Jiguang turned off the switch of the spacecraft stealth. Come and help me, Shogun men shouted. Why should I help you? UI Guangwu asked. I am the patron saint of the Amiga Continent. The man below wants to assassinate the former president and the candidate for the presidential election. The golden man said, I will go to protect the former president. If he is killed, not only the United States but also the world will face great uncertainty. MUI Guangwu waved his sword in front of the black-masked man. Why do you want to hinder him from stopping the assassination? The black-masked man replied, I am the devil condensed from the resentment of this land. I see that the people here are punished for their original sin. Shinya, maybe there was original sin in this land and the people here. But the presidential election is to establish order and not make same mistakes as before. Why don't you try to forgive them once? And An Songzu stepped forward to persuade. Forgiveness works? What's the use of devil? MUIE Guangwu also rushed forward. Shinya, this time, you let the election go. I believe that the newly elected president will rebuild a new order and will not make the mistakes of the past. It's easy to say. In the past, can the dead be resurrected? No. And An Songzu said. But, Shinya, think about it. What do they, the dead, expect from the future generations? Is when the revenge will end, or when reconciliation will be achieved and no more tragedies will occur? Shinya, since there is no absolute justice, isn't it better for everyone to achieve relative justice together? Young man, you must have strength to speak. What right do you have to point fingers at me? The black-masked strong man said. I don't want to harm your lives. Go away quickly. Shinya, I'm sorry. With the sword in my hand, today's incident, I got up. We can't ignore it. MUIE Guangwu waved his sword in front of the black strong man. Young man, you don't know your limits. The black warrior swung his sword and chopped it down. MUIE Guangwu felt that the sword was as powerful as a mountain, and he could only block it with his strength, which was already his limit. Seeing that MUIE Guangwu had fought for 20 rounds and could not win, the golden man also joined the battle. The three of them fought fiercely and it was difficult to tell who was better. You look handsome and unrestrained, so why can't you be the devil? Hemiwai Guang asked the Golden Man. I am the embodiment of law and justice in the country of Amiga. In this country, law has been used as a weapon, and justice has been far away from people's hearts, so I am naturally weak. I am no longer his opponent. Fortunately, you have joined the battle. Senior, please teach me the swordsmanship of the An family. An Sangzu said, and joined the battle. After fighting for less than 10 rounds, the Black Warrior became furious. I don't have time to accompany you kids. You guys come together. Senior, then I'm sorry. Beidou Jiguang said, and joined the melee. Suddenly, Hylas High threw the iron sword into the air and shouted, the resentful spirits gather. The resentment returns. If we don't kill them now, when will we? In an instant, dark clouds gathered. Lightning and thunder roared, and thousands of black iron swords fell from the dark clouds. Beidou Jiguang shouted original power. Come together. The three swords were like autumn wind sweeping fallen leaves, shooting down the black iron sword. The Jin Man was hit by the iron sword and had already knelt on one leg on the ground, unable to move. Looking over there, the sniper pulled the trigger and fired the bullet. In an instant, Hylas High jumped out of the circle and rushed directly to Peter, holding Peter's face, turning Peter's head out at an angle, and the bullet flew past Peter's scalp and pierced one ear. Thank you, Senior, for putting aside the past grudges. I believe that Amiga and the world will be great again. And An Sangzu was the first to run over. And seeing that Peter was fine, he said to Hylas High, we should thank you. Hylas High said, may Amiga bless you. Hylas High and the Golden Man disappeared. The sniper was shot dead. Former President Peter was escorted out of the scene. Ambulances were rescuing victims at the scene. Where did the Golden Man and Hylas High go? And An Sangzu asked, who knows? Who? Huai Guangwu said, I only saw them disappear in the clouds. We should go back to. Beidou Jiguang said.